I just got done with trading and today I had an insane day, and instead of telling you guys, I'm going to show you guys. So today I made close to around $55,000 within the first 42 minutes of the market open. My first entry was at 9:30 a.m., last exit at 10:12 a.m. I got this push towards the upside. I covered my whole position right around here near 345 because it was approximately $17 from low of the day to this level, which was my game plan because the ATR of this stock, average to range of this stock, is around $17-18. So that's where I covered my position. Yes, I could have made a lot more catching this push towards the upside, but you always have to remember that you can't ever catch the bottom or top of the market. My trade was still a really good trade with very high risk to reward. And also the amazing thing is that today is a Monday, and yesterday, Sunday, over the weekend, I recorded 2 podcasts with Riz, one for Words of Wisdom and the second one was for Chart Fanatics. On the Words of Wisdom, I discussed more about my trading journey, the emotional side of trading, and a bit of my strategy. And in the Chart Fanatics video, that podcast, it's going to be jam-packed. I use the exact same strategy I discussed completely in that video, and I applied that strategy to make $55,000 today. So it just lined up perfectly, and I'm actually going to meet Riz with 2 other traders. Those are also verified good traders. I'm going to be meeting them personally for the very first time, and in the next 2 hours we are going out for dinner, and I'm going to take you guys along with me. So the timeline is just perfect. Yesterday I recorded the podcast. Today I made good amount of money using the same strategy I discussed in the podcast, and now I'm going to take you guys along for dinner with Riz, the host of Words of Wisdom and Chart Fanatics, and 2 other traders, verified traders. And also, before I forget, towards the end of the video, I'm going to be posting the live recording of this trade. I recorded my whole trading session, including my live emotions, my entries, my additions, and my exits, and the reason for my exits. So stay tuned and watch this video till the end. Now it's the next day, 24th of June, 3:40 p.m. It's a special day for me personally because it's my birthday. So feel free to comment down below, happy birthday. I was out the whole day. We had a few plans and I just came back home, and yesterday I made $55,000, and the dinner plan I talked about got cancelled. Unfortunately, it actually postponed. So I'm going to be going for dinner tomorrow, but I want to get this video out because this was a really good playbook setup, A+ opportunity. And if you guys have watched my previous trade breakdown videos, just click on the playlist on my channel, check out the trade breakdowns playlist. Usually I like to start out the position big and then I take partials along the way. On this trade, I started out the position big, but on a pullback, I added to my position. So it's not the usual style for me to trade this way, but it was a really good playbook setup, and I'm going to be explaining the reason why I took this trade, why I sized up on this opportunity, and why I added to my position making $55,000. Let's first start with the weekly chart of Tesla, guys. So we can see on the weekly chart, we had a nice green bar the week starting 9th of June. The next week, it was a short week. Thursday, the market was closed, public holiday. We had a small green bar. So it looks like a 1, 2, 3 pattern on the weekly chart with green candle on high volume, red candle on low volume. And this was FOMC week plus Thursday, the market was closed. So the volume was very low on this week. So now it looks amazing for a push towards the upside. But even if we go back, Tesla was already pretty bullish. I would say starting April, it has been making like flag patterns on the weekly chart. This week is an anomaly. Why? Because there was a small fight, a big fight between Elon and Trump. And that's why even if now we look at the daily chart, we had this one red bar because of what happened 2 weeks ago on a Thursday. But that dip was quickly bought back up. The following week on Monday itself, it took like 2 days. The market bought that dip. So that was just because of news catalyst, because Elon was tweeting about Trump. We had the sell-off, but that was an anomaly, right? Based on the technical, since April, this stock has been bullish. So my main play on this stock was to look for a push towards the upside. Now, we also need to understand, for me, a playbook setup is that if we have some sort of news catalyst. So if you guys know that on 23rd or 22nd of June, this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, Robotaxi launched in Austin, Texas. They had these 10 Model Ys and it was kind of a success. It was only for the influencers for now, but it was a success. So we have some sort of news catalyst along with the technical level breakdown on the weekly chart, 1, 2, 3 pattern on the weekly chart. We have a bull flag on the daily chart. So it's kind of deja vu, right? So this day looks very, very similar to what happened on this day. We had a push towards the upside, then we consolidated right here. We gapped up and we had a push towards the upside. This was 9th of May. Same thing happened right here. We had a push towards the upside. We have been consolidating on low volume, and now because of the news catalyst on a Monday itself, we had a good technical level breakout, and that is what makes a playbook setup for me. It's not only about technicals, it's technical along with the market sentiment. You have to look at the market sentiment as well, and the sentiment on Tesla on this day was bullish because of the launch of the robo-taxis. Here's a recording of my trade on Tesla. My first trade was right at the market open. When I saw the break above 329, I entered my position. I took 200 contracts and I held onto this position for approximately 7 to 8 minutes, and I exited right when it dropped back under 332, because my plan was I don't want to let this position go negative on me, because I was still expecting a push towards the upside, but I wanted to take profits on this position so that I can use those profits to take another position for a good push towards the upside. Because the same thing happened on Friday. We had a push towards the upside, we faked out. So just in case if the same thing happens again, I just wanted to lock some realized profits for the day, and then I can use those realized profits to capitalize on a good push towards the upside. On the next minute itself, I saw that 332 is still holding on the tape, which is the yesterday's high and the 2 days ago high. We are holding above the daily levels. So I took another position, and then I'm going to add to my position. So in total, I was holding 150 contracts. I started with 50 contracts, and then when I saw the actual hold above 332, I added 100 more contracts. And now, yes, if you are wondering why not just hold my initial position, that is a valid question. But as I mentioned, the same thing happened on Friday. I was actually up 30,000 unrealized on Friday, and then I exited that position for practically break even. And that is the only reason I wanted to lock in my position, so that I'm actually green for the day. And then my goal was not to just take a back seat. My goal was actually, because I was up $6,000 for the day, now I can use the $6,000 to make more money. Yes, we can say that I should have held my initial position, but also I wanted to preserve my confidence. I can't let a green trade turn into break even again second day in a row. That's why I locked in the position, and then I was like, if it holds 332, I'm going to take my next position. It's been approximately 10 minutes since I took my position, and now we have this level which is around 340, 338, 340. So my plan was that if we actually hold above the prior high of the day, I want to add to my position, because this might just be the start of the move, even though it feels like, okay, it has moved a lot. But no, we were consolidating for the first 15 minutes. We can see that we formed a range. So this might actually be the start of the breakout. So I had a really good first entry, and on this pullback, I'm going to add 50 more contracts to my position. Going back and watching myself on the recording, you guys can see I'm really calm. I'm just breathing slowly. I have 200 contracts, but this is a trade that, based on my experience, there's a 98% chance it's going to work out, unless and until we have like some sort of news catalyst or maybe a tweet from someone. I'm 99% sure it's going to push towards the upside. So I'm just really calm holding this position. And also, guys, one of my goals of 2025 is to reach 100,000 subscribers, and approximately 70% of the viewers of this channel are not subscribed to this channel. So I would really appreciate a thumbs up, and if you guys are new, subscribe to this channel for the best day trading content out there. So it's been approximately 15 minutes now since my first entry, and now I'm going to slowly start locking in my position. At the break above 340, I took 50% of my position out, that is 100 contracts. I'm going to slowly just keep on taking profits all the way to the ATR move. The ATR of Tesla was approximately $17 to $18, so the low of the day at the moment is 327. So my ultimate profit target is going to be like 346, 347, which is the ATR move of the stock, but this stock saw a push towards 356. So yes, had I held my whole position from low of the day, from my entry, not low of the day, all the way to high of the day, I would have made approximately $180,000 or $170,000 on this position, because my average fill price on 350 calls was $4.05, and the premiums went all the way to $13 or $14. So it was theoretically a $200,000 trade. So something to review, something to work upon. I think I did a really good job holding on to my last 100 contracts, but the first 100 contracts, I think I took the first 50% of the position out a bit too quickly. I should have held, or maybe take like 20 or 30% of the position out instead of taking 100 contracts at the break of 340. Because if you consider this, that the breakout actually happened at 336, and I took 50% of the position out at 340, which is only a 4 points move on a stock with an ATR of $17. So it still had a lot more room to move towards the upside. So that is something I need to review, and maybe I should have held 20 or 30 more contracts until it makes a new 5 minutes low, or maybe if it makes a new 5 minutes doji on high volume, or a 5 minutes red candle on high volume. These are a few exit criterias I have for myself based on my playbook setups. So here's my PNL for the day, guys. Overall $54,712, approximately $55,000 within the first 42 minutes of the market open. My first entry was at 9:30 a.m. and my last exit was at 10:12 a.m. That means 55,000 US dollars within the first 42 minutes of the market open, which is insane. So based on my playbook, the potential profit I could have made on this trade had I held my whole position from low of the day to high of the day was approximately $200,000. But if I make anything that is like 60 to 70% of the total potential profits, I'm going to be happy with my trading. So I just compare my own trading with my own set of rules and my own playbook. So yes, I made $55,000, but had I made anything more than $100,000, I would have been happy with this trade. You can't ever catch the bottom or top of the market. So me thinking that, okay, had I held my whole position from low of the day to high of the day, that is not practical. That is not what I want to do. But as I mentioned, if I make 60 to 70% of the total profits I could have made on that trade, along with the partials and everything, I'm going to be happy with my own trading. That is what you need to do as a trader. I'm not comparing my trading to anyone else out there, how much money that guy made, how much money that trader made. No, I'm just comparing my own trading to my own playbook, because my own playbook has my own set of rules. So had I stuck to my own set of rules, I would have made $120,000, but I made $55,000. So even though it was still a really good trade, there's something to work upon and improve every single day as a trader. And that's the beauty of being a day trader and day trading every single day, because you get your report card every single day and you have the opportunity to improve every single day. So life never gets boring. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you guys like this video, give this video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys have any questions for me. And while you're there, also wish me happy birthday. I need like 1,000 happy birthday wishes on this YouTube video. Go and follow me on Instagram, because I already posted about this trade with my executions on my Instagram as well. The link will be in the description box below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.